Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we're going to be talking all about seeds. I'm so excited to finally start making videos about gardening again. I have been itching to just get my hands in some soil and plant things and bring some greenery and life back to my backyard. I was going to make this video a little sooner, but the garden zone that I live in gives me a little bit of a later start. I'm in zone like 7A, I believe, and my last frost date is around April 21st for reference, so I'm not going to be really sowing a lot of seeds until early March, but early March is quickly approaching. I have a lot of seeds because I have tried gardening in the past and I still have a whole bunch of seeds left in these packets. Personally, I don't know if all of these will germinate. I'm hoping that most of them do. This season, I am going to be planting kind of in 2 rounds. So the first round is going to be my early spring seed sowing. And for that, I'm going to be doing all of these. So a couple of things I'm going to run through really quick. These are all seeds from Botanical Interests. I really enjoyed their seeds. I think their seed packets are beautiful. They have a really good variety, decent pricing. So I'm going to be kind of sowing my second round with Botanical Interests. First one is going to be the basil. The basil I really loved. It grew very quickly. I ended up sowing this a bit later because my first round didn't go so well. I am not going to be starting my seeds indoors this time around. I just don't have the setup or the equipment or the room to do it properly, but I do have a couple of techniques I'm going to be incorporating to make sure that my seeds survive just by direct sowing. So I'm going to be doing some basil again. This basil was really delicious last year and I made a lot of pesto with this. So I'm going to be probably sowing quite a bit of this, and I'd like to kind of grow this maybe in between some tomatoes because basil and tomatoes are really nice planted together. The next one is another basil, and that is some holy basil. Now my holy basil didn't get really that big. I wasn't able to take any clippings and dry it, which was my intended purpose last year. So I'm going to be growing this in a bigger pot. Give it some better soil. Soil health is something I'm going to also be working on this next season, is bringing in just a lot more soil amendments to create a healthy soil. So I'm probably still going to grow this in a container, just a larger one, and I would like to get it to the size where I can clip some clippings and dry it for tea. The next one is rosemary. Now I have done some research on rosemary and it is hard to start from seed. So I'm going to try again. I'm going to plant a lot more seedlings and just hope for the best. If I can't get this to grow from seed, I am going to purchase a plant start because rosemary is one that will come back every year for me here in this area. So if I can't get it to start from seed, I still would like to grow a decent sized rosemary plant. Next up is calendula. Calendula I started indoors. Just my setup did not provide what I needed for starting seeds indoors. It still worked for my hardier plants, but for ones that need a little bit more care, it didn't work out so well. So I'm just going to be direct sowing this. I don't think I'll have any issues with this. Probably going to direct sow this kind of in between some other plants in the raised beds because marigold is a good plant to keep away some unwanted pests. Then the next round of seeds are seeds that I have already had, and these are all just going to be planted early spring, either in a container or a raised bed. So first up we have some cherry radishes. I have 2 kind of rectangular containers that I think I'm going to sow the radishes in because they're deep enough that I believe the radishes will be able to grow. And these are actually going to be the first thing I'm planting, and probably the next garden video you'll see is me preparing the containers and planting these radishes, because radishes are really like an early, they're cold hardy and they do well in early spring. Also going to be growing some beets. I'm probably going to be growing these in a container as well. I'm going to try and keep my root vegetables in containers, but I really want some like larger ones, like big bucket style containers to grow my root vegetables. Then I have some kale. This is just dinosaur kale. These are all seeds of change. Seeds that I purchased from Home Depot a few years ago, so these are really easy to get your hands on. And then I'm going to be doing some broccoli. This is early green broccoli, so I'm also going to be planting this in March. Then I've got some green onion. This is just a burpee seed packet. Again, you can pick these up at Home Depot. Believe I'm going to do the green onion in a container as well because I know that it does well. And then some spinach. So those are all kind of my early March seeds. So then we get into the other half of the seeds that I'm going to be sowing more so in April or towards the end of March. So I am going to be sowing a bit more lavender. I'm probably going to just direct sow this in the pot that I already started my lavender in, just so that I can get a bigger plant to grow. I really want it to be a nice full lavender bush. Next up, I have some chamomile. You can't really see this one because of the sun, but this is chamomile, and I had really great success with chamomile last year. I grew so much, and all I did was direct sow it into lots of containers, and then I thinned it out, and I had so much chamomile. I gave away chamomile plants to friends, so I'm definitely going to be growing this again. Next, we have some cucumbers. I'm really going to try and get these cucumbers to grow. I love using fresh cucumbers. I think they taste a lot better than ones that are bought at the store. Then we've got some bell peppers. I have tried to grow these in the past and have not had success, so I'm going to try again. And I think I'm going to do my peppers in containers because I know that they do well in containers. Up next, we've got some jalapeno. Again, something I'm going to try and grow in containers. I have a lot of things that I really want to make with these this coming spring and summer, so I'm hoping that they grow successfully. The last one is some French bush beans. I have grown these in the past before, but have not gotten a huge plant. Those are all the seeds that I currently have. I'm going to try and plant all of them. I would really love to use them up and not waste them. I am not going to be purchasing a crazy amount of seeds this year. I really want to keep the costs down for this garden. But the couple things that I really want to grow that I don't have are tomatoes, carrots, potatoes, and some cabbages. So those 4 things I'm going to be purchasing seeds for, so I'm going to be including them in this video because I'm also going to be planting those items. The carrots and potatoes I'm going to do in pretty large bucket style containers. And then the tomatoes I'm going to try and create some kind of trellis area out in the backyard. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was kind of a longer one and just like a talking video, but I enjoy these. And if you're really new to gardening, I think it's helpful to find people who are in a similar zone to you. So I'm in zone 7A, and know when they're going to be planting and what they're going to be planting to kind of like give you an idea of what you can also plant. So I know that these videos are really helpful for me, so I hope that they are also helpful for you. I will leave some resources down below so you can figure out what your zone is and when your last frost date is, and that's kind of how you can figure out when to plant your seeds, because if you buy seed packets, they will have instructions on the back. They'll either tell you to plant X amount of weeks before your last frost date, or they will tell you in what month to plant if you know what zone you're in. So those are kind of some ways that you can figure out what to plant in your garden this year. I will leave my In the Garden playlist linked in the cards if you want to check out my past gardening kind of adventure learning process. This year is not going to be much different. It's a learning process. I'm not an expert, so don't take what I say as like be the be-all end-all garden advice. I'm just kind of sharing my journey with you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It really helps out my channel. And also don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I post new videos every single week. So with that, I will see you guys in my next video.